Good morning. You're listening to Trusting God in All Times, a daily devotion from Peakland United Methodist Church in Lynchburg, Virginia. I'm Andrew, the deacon here at Peakland. As many of you know, I recently moved again. And one of the things that happens when you move is it sometimes takes a little bit of time to put things where they belong. So for the past month, as clothes have been washed, I have been putting them on my nightstand. Now, they're not just like haphazardly thrown, they're rolled up, they're placed nicely, exactly how they should be in the drawer, except they've been a tower that's been getting taller and taller on my nightstand. Now, this was stressing my wife out for obvious reasons, and I decided that it was finally time for me to put them away. So this past weekend, I took my clothes and I put them in the drawers where they belonged. And then, at the beginning of this week, I came into the room and I went to my nightstand to grab clothes for the day. And I got there and I went, where are my clothes? And it took me a moment to remember where they were. And my first thought was not, oh yes, they're where they belong. My first thought was, it was so much easier when they were right here and I could see everything. I could decide what I want to wear right now. I could see it all the moment I walked into the room. But it really wasn't better that way, was it? Being in a community, being in a relationship, being in a family means we make sacrifices for the other people around us. We change the way we do things so that others feel welcome and appreciated. For instance, my wife did not feel appreciative to the fact that I just had clothes stacked on my nightstand. It made her stressed. It made her feel less than appreciated. And so by putting the clothes away, despite the fact that it might have made my life, 2 milliseconds harder, I have made it so our space is more calm, more open, more welcoming to both of us. We are no longer just me and my stuff and her stuff. We're a partnership. We're a family. I think the same thing can be applied to churches. I can't tell you how many churches I've been at over the years where I have heard the phrase, this is the way we've always done things. And sometimes there's really good reasons for the way we've done things. But one of the things I think we have to think about as we are coming back, as we are exploring church in a world that has experienced COVID and is currently experiencing COVID, is how do we change to make others feel more welcome? It's not an acknowledgement that says that what you were doing was wrong. It's an acknowledgement that just because something might work better for some of us doesn't mean it is welcoming for others. As we go through changes in the next year, as we experiment and try new ministries, I encourage you to keep that in mind. Think about the ways that, while it may feel like something new, something different, can initially feel scary, can feel frustrating, it can often lead to better harmony, better unity, and better welcoming hospitality to all. Not everything is going to work. Had I taken my clothes and put them into Danielle's dresser, that would not have helped either of us. But by coming to some compromise of where my clothes needed to be, we were able to come together better. So as we go through this time of new change, I invite you to join with us, to join with each other, as we ask the question, how can we do this, not just most effectively for me, but for all of us? Amen.